I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say that we want the conversations in our ESL classrooms to produce natural and spontaneous language. And we all want our students to participate actively in conversations. But this can be a tricky endeavor, especially in classroom settings, where the social interactions we have are often far removed from the context in which our students will and want to use their language skills. And then there are, of course, the many different interests and points of view. So, how can we address these issues? Hi, my name is Dirk and I've been an English teacher for almost 15 years. And in this video, I would like to share 5 tips for starting engaging and natural conversations in your ESL classroom. Now, before we start, you have to remember that like in the real world, there are many different interests and views within your classroom. Therefore, you have to get to know your students and their interests before planning conversation lessons. Ask your students what topics they would like to talk about and get them involved. Make a list and plan conversations, discussions and debates around these topics as much as you can. Students' engagement and participation increase when they talk about topics and issues they find interesting and relevant to their lives. Our classrooms are filled with different interests and cultures and experiences, and we can use these experiences to initiate conversations. So why not start with yourself? For example, I love traveling. One of my favorite countries in the world is India, and one of my favorite cities is Prague. If you have a group of beginner students, you can share something as simple as the foods that you liked on your travels, or something that you didn't like. With advanced students, you could share a travel story and your experiences. You could ask them if they've had similar experiences, where they've traveled to, or where they would like to travel to. Share a quote by a famous person, for example, "A winner is a dreamer who never gives up." Ask your students what this quote means to them personally. Is it relevant to their experiences of learning, for example? Follow up on their responses to keep the conversation going. Writing a proverb or idiom on the board and asking students what the meaning could be is always a good conversation starter. Some common English proverbs include penny wise and pound foolish, one swallow doesn't make a summer, actions speak louder than words. You could also introduce your students to some humorous idioms. Some funny ones in the English language are when pigs fly, raining cats and dogs. It's all Greek to me. Advanced students can then share experiences or situations in which they have found these idioms or proverbs to have been true. Beginners, especially children, could visually represent some of these by drawing them or acting out scenes to demonstrate the meaning. Collect interesting pictures matching your students' interests and the themes and topics you intend to cover, and keep them in a file close by. Talking about pictures is an excellent way of kickstarting conversations and opens up the opportunity for you to ask questions based on what the students are talking about. Pay careful attention to their non-verbal behavior, especially their facial expressions. Like pictures, our faces speak 1,000 words. How they react to a photo or an image or an illustration could serve as a good starting point for a conversation or further exploration of a topic. You could also use the same picture with different levels of students. Beginners, for example, can simply mention what they see, while more advanced students can perhaps talk about what is happening in the picture, propose what could have happened, what will happen, and so on. Why not share a short video clip to start a conversation? Beginner students can talk about characters or what happened, while more advanced students can share their views, opinions, and speculations. The significant advantage of using video clips is that they provide students with quality input. And then you can, of course, combine some of these strategies. For example, you could listen to a recording or watch a video clip of a famous person and then talk about the quote. When you combine strategies, you provide your students with context, increased opportunity for speaking and thinking, and actively engage more than one skill. Well, that's it from me. Thanks for stopping by, and I'm looking forward to sharing more ideas with you later this week. Happy teaching!